I was just putting the doors on these frames, getting ready to put them all in van, ready to go up. Just putting this one in. Not too happy with gaps, it's all out of square, but hopefully I can pull it straight when I get to the site. But I've got a problem. This was like a blister, and I just ran my fingernail down it. I don't know what that is. Never seen that before. So I've no choice but to take that door off and either pick that out, find out what's going on underneath and respray, which means respraying the whole door. I'll stand it up and show you. So I didn't see it when it was all laid flat, but you can now. The crack down the middle is where I just poked it in, it was like a bubble. Bollocks. Apart from that, all's fine. Well, this is that door. Let's have a dig into this and see. It seems to be just the top layer of paint for some reason. I do remember seeing a crack in the woodwork, so it might be like a resin gas type, you know, with the heat and the sun. I'm gonna give that a sand. Might have to put some filler on it. I don't really know what to do about that. Normally you'd use like knot stopper, a shellac based stuff to try and seal it. Maybe I should have put some of that on first. I'm going to put a bit of super glue in there, maybe I can seal it a little bit. Can't see it, but just here there's a little crack. That super glue's dry now, I'll give it a sand. You can see the crack, see that white line down the middle where the paint's gone in. Oh well, everything's covered back up again. I'm just going to use this top coat. I'm going to spray this bit, sand it, spray it, sand it until that bit comes the same colour as this. Then I'll give it a sort of final sand and give it another coat. I don't think you'll, sometimes if you put more layers on you get a different colour to the one next to it. But I don't think it'll show with this white. Right, little 2-to-1 marks work their way up, so you can mix just a small amount if you want. I think I'm going to do about this one here. I only need enough to patch that up and then give it a couple of top coats, 1 or 2 top coats. Oops, that'll do. I'm not going to be tight with the catalyst, so I want it to go off fairly quickly. Normally I'd put a bit of thinners in this, but I put a bit too much catalyst in, so I think I'm going to leave it at that for this coat anyway. I'm going to put a bit of thinners in there in case I need to use it again, but I can use that bit of thinners when it comes to cleaning the gun out later. Use it as like the first wash, dilute the stuff that's in the gun here. See, I've got a little mini gun, but I've narrowed my jet. I've just been spraying on here. I'll show you that. So I can direct my spray a little bit better just on where I'm gonna, and then when I come to do the door I'll open it up a bit more and just adjust one of these knobs on the top. You see the overspray that you get, that feels like sandpaper. Well, not quite, it feels rough anyway. So what I'll have to do is when that's dry, come back, sand it smooth. I've already given the door a full, you know, just once over with the 320 paper. But I'll keep going over that until it's about right. So that's the first coat, but it's a bit rough, so I need to sand that smooth. It's only been about half an hour, if that. I think it's dry enough. This is an old piece of 120. We've got a bit of 320 here as well. Well, I got 4-5 coats, something like that. It's looking good. It hasn't bubbled up. Not yet anyway. Right, I've got to stack all this in the van. I took the doors and frames and the tops up yesterday. Without that door, of course. That's going up today. But when I stack these in the van, I'll stack them face to face, so any roughness on the back doesn't mark the face. I put a cloth in between each one. Right, so that one's in. Not a bad fit. This one, I've just screwed the front frame in. I had to just put a little packer in there just to get the doors in twist. Same again, I'll put some brackets around, get the top on. Then I've got to get all the shelves together. He's going to give me a lift tonight with them, so it'll be tomorrow that I'll be getting finished. Right, so they're on. I'll leave them slightly short at the top so that when you put this screw in up, it pulls the top in. It's more important on the front here. Got a little black line, but it's fairly consistent. You won't really see it. Sometimes I put a timber batten on, but you've still got loads of screws. It's a bit prettier than these brackets, but blather it with white, you won't really see them. I've got a batten to put on the back of here, and there's a little strip to go on the bottom here. But the kettle's calling my name, so I'm happy with that. These turned out quite nice in the end. Put it in the light. Oh well, that came together quite nice. A slight dark line in the middle. These must be bowed a little bit. So I'm going to clamp it, see if I can push them in, get another screw in. Right, I've already measured the frame just to see how square it is, and it's not bad. But I've still got my square mark here from when I cut these, so I'll be working off that. And I just need to make sure that I'm not below at the bottom there. I think I've already decided that I'm going to end up putting a little strip along the bottom, because I need to put a batten on the back, and the back can get pinned to that. And then a little cover strip that I'll just glue on. And I've got 20mm staples in here, 20mm narrow crown staples. So I just work my way around that. And as I've done before, I'm going to do my shortest edge first, get that flush. Then it's easier to pull the long legs. You've got a bit more leverage to get it square. But I'll get one side flush and the other side flush. And the rest will nail in wherever it is. I've got screws that mark where these are, but I put a little pencil line anyway, so I can draw a line across and then staple it. Little gap there. It's because I didn't have these flush. I just massaged this bit of wood here with the hammer. Same there, just persuaded it in a little bit. Same there, just persuaded it in a little bit. Put another staple in. It's a bit better. Right, so they both got stood in place last night. Didn't show you, but I put a little batten, it's only about 1/2 inch thick, just to take that. get some staples through there, and then I've got a little bit on to go on. I need to screw these down from underneath. Normally when there's no back on, I can put some masking tape on here just to show where it is, pull it forward and then drill down so that I can just screw up. But these, I'd have to take them back out. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to have to carefully measure. I think I'll work on the air of caution and work towards this back edge a little bit. And hopefully I don't come up through the bloody top or split the side of the wood. Put these buttons on either side, so when this cap goes on, it's got a bit more support behind it and gives some clean wood for some glue to get on. Then I'll do the top once I've fixed the bottom down. These alcoves aren't straight, you know, the walls. They're not bad, but what I've done is made that distance and that distance the same. I think the top will be what it'll be. I think those 2 points are the most important. Three-inch screws to go in there, so a 30mm top, so they'll go into these about 40mm. That's good. Going into the end grain, but it's beech. It's quite hard going. That's good. While I'm here, with the light on it, if it'll focus. See, perfect edge. So just cut one of the tabs off the end of these. They're going to go at the back. I don't want them sticking up too much, but they need to come out that far. Cordless grinders are brilliant. Right, so they're holding it back, screws are holding it down. I'm not worried about the weight because that's sitting on that back wall that I built, and the frame at the front, 30mm top. So I don't think it's going to go far. Now I can get the top on, put these little braces on. That's that one up there, what it's going to look like. They're going to go like that. Give the fascia a bit of support. I'll get this one on first while the ladder's here. I'll get the scribes down either side. I think I'm going to do that one first and do the scribes all at the same time. I'm going to scribe this one in first. What I did was cut it very slightly oversized, and then with the machine down like that, I pushed the wood up against the blade. And then when you lift it and you recut it, you take a fraction off. It fits very well, so I've got some double-sided tape. What I'm going to do is, if they're a bit loose, is just put a little bit on top and bottom just to stop it moving around. at that distance back to there, 31. That's about 31 as well. So what I've done is set my calipers, compasses to that distance, plus that little bit of a quirk there. Now I can run that up there. I'll cut that off. I'm going to get the ladders and do this one properly. I'll get the ladders and do this bit up here properly. But you can see the gap on these. It's going to get decorator's cork around it all the way down. So I'll have to get it pretty close. So like that. I'm going to cut this from behind, like I've done before. I've got chunky blade in. I think it's pretty sharp. And I've dug my fret saw out there, look. And I might do that top bit with fret saw. We'll see. Yeah, bit wibbly wobbly, but I don't care. It's going to get corked in. If it was important, I'd take more care, obviously. But I have a habit of cutting these too big anyway and having to plane them down a bit. So I just run straight down the line, or even slightly inside it. I cut that bit on the end now. That fits quite well. I just had to take a little bit out of this little corner here. But that'll do me. It's a bit tighter, like I say, I always cut these, I don't know, wrong. But it's not far off. And of course I dropped it, or banged it against the saw there. So a little bit of touching up to do on that. I brought the paint with me though, because there's a couple of little bits somewhere on one of the shelves. I'm going to ignore that. Might be on the other one, a little piece chipped off. Anyway, what I'm going to do, put some white glue down here and then some super glue down this edge, and I'll stick it on with the super glue, and in time the white glue will go off. I don't think I've got enough to do super glue everywhere. So I've got this little, there's no skirting by the way, just a little bead like that one over there. A little bead that's at the bottom there. Big finger. I'm going to leave that, let the white glue off. And I've just set up to do this one, exactly the same. I've just scribed that, just need to go around there, cut it, fit it in exactly the same way. That one's okay. It's a bit deep at the bottom here. So I think what I'll do, just stand my scraper there, and when I come to glue it I don't push it in too far. And the super glue goes off straight away, so I'll be alright. These are solid Beech, these strips, so I have to be careful just with that little piece at the top there. Some glue on that. Alright, that one caught me out a little bit. I'll put it on and it stuck almost instantly, so it didn't go tight up. And this gap ain't quite right, but it'll be fine if you don't look at it too closely. Blind man would be happy to see it anyway. Looks fine from back here. I'll get that one done. That'll be okay. Bit of a gap there. I had 2 lines to work to, rather than having to try and nibble a little bit off if it was the inside one. I went to the outside one. Okay, decorator's cork. Glue it on. Get this one on. Alright. Ta-da! Just a quick update. I've screwed a batten on here. That's going to take magnetic catches. These little ones are well worth the money, they're really strong. Shelves are screwed in. I like to screw them rather than pin them. I do pin them sometimes, but it's a bit like a fireman's blanket. How well they're fixed at the end can help to stop them sagging. That makes sense. Bottom screwed down. And I'm going to pin this bead on. I'll give the bottom to something to close against. I'll pin the middle first. Get that in the position that I want it to be. And then just make sure that it's not tight at the back there, because it'll bind as the door is closing. It's better to have a little gap. Nobody will ever see that when it's open. But it should cover most of this gap. Oh, enough of it anyway. Anyway, get that pinned on. Get the magnetic catches on, get the handle on, a bit of skirting, you know. Loads of bits to do. And here, I've just pinned this back to that batten that I put behind it. And I'm going to spring this in, so it's just very slightly too long. But I'm going to use super glue, and rather than it catching me out, what I'm going to try and do is use some pieces like that to help spread the weight. 2 hands on it though. So as I push it back, I've got to push it down, push it in. The glue goes off instantly, so here goes. That worked quite well. Bit of muck. Right, magnetic catches went on. Should put handles on first because you can't open it once you put them on. And I was going to make a 10-minute video about putting those on and bump the rest out with shite, but I didn't. Just screw them on. The screws that came with these handles are too short, but you can buy these separate. Just cut them off with a pair of pliers. Use that cutting part, but put it right at the base there. If you put it up here, you'll find it hard. Put it right down at the bottom there. I'm going to mark on where I need to drill. I've got a piece of wood over there. Just done these ones. Put that behind when you drill. Like I say, I haven't got my tripod, so I can't really show you. So as I was drilling in and retracting, let the dust go, and you find it easier to go in. And then because I put a bit of wood at the back as I drilled through, you get a nice neat hole. Could clamp it on, I just held it. I'll do that one. Now I've got to take 3 of these little pieces off. So I can put it right down at the bottom, put them with my pliers. And sometimes you can squeeze, turn it a little bit. If you squeeze it, then turn it a little bit, you don't end up with a flat bit, you end up with like a 4-pointed bit. Goes in a bit easier. Right, I'm going to have a tidy up. I've mixed a little bit of paint here, so I'm just touching up here and there. Because I touched up that little knock. Position of handles, not my choice. They look alright there.